Yo, what's up, you guys? So, we're back. It's Monday, just past 8 p.m. Let's get into it. So, this week at Objective Garage, a lot of interesting stuff happened. First and foremost, I learned that I can really make what I consider high quality content. Um, you guys, after making the two videos that I dropped this week, I am confident to say that, man, I think that I can be successful making content. So that's pretty cool. Um, I have a list of talking points that I would like to discuss. First of all, the video that dropped this week, the Honda Element headlight modification video, the retrofit video, that is going to be, well, that's already dropped, sorry. But the soundtracks in that video, they're all original soundtracks, all made right here. And I will be releasing those soon. I think I'm going to upload them to YouTube at some point this week. I'm not going to be making like a dedicated music video for each track unless for some reason one of the tracks does better, like really well, then I'll consider actually making its own music video. But until then, I'm just going to upload them with like a basics kind of maybe Objective Garage logo, whatever. But that way you guys can access them and listen to them if you are so inclined. I happen to think that it's actually some pretty good Honda Element music. Like, that's insane that you can, these days, that you can just have an idea, type it up, stick it into some software, and it generates a song that sounds incredible. So I have a lot more that didn't get included in the actual episode that I will also be releasing. It's probably going to be part of like a playlist on Element music, whatever. Still got to think of a title for that. 2, I want to highlight a piece of content, or I guess going forward, anything that I really am proud of or that I think is really cool. I want to highlight that moment in these live sessions. So I'm going to highlight this one right here, which is incredible. This tire guy video that I made, man, I am freaking in love with that video. It's so cool. If you haven't seen it, I dropped it on Instagram, and I also dropped it on Facebook, but it's technically, I think, considered a short form content. So it is vertical, but man, this is a good piece of content, I think. So let's check that out real quick. And let's roll.
In the kingdom of torque and tread, where air hoses hiss and heroes tread, there stands a man of balance divine, the tire guy, his craft sublime. With lube and leather he tamed the beast, fulfill my younger harmony. 300 each, a winner's crown. He spun them true, he laid them down. The Atlas wheels, they gleam with pride. Each weight applied, precise, refined. No scuff, no chip, no sidewall tear. A masterpiece beyond compare. Who, the tired guy, the Milky Way. What he do? He melted them right in cosmic ballet. The balance sang its holy hum. A perfect zero, the numbers come. He wiped the rim, he checked the bead. A saint of pressure, air and speed. And as the final spin, it's slow. The light above him seemed to glow. Was that an angel? Hard to say, but I swear I heard it softly pray. Oh, blessed are those who mount with care, who face the beat and do not swear, whose hands bear scars, whose souls bear grace, who balance life at 60 base. So raise your jacks and lift your gaze to the tired Lord we humbly pray. For when the snows begin their play, we'll ride in peace thanks to the tired guy of the Milky Way. He really didn't have to help me out like that, but he did, and I'll never forget it.
All right. So the reason that I made that video because the tire guy is my buddy Austin. He's a really, really good dude, and he is not just a tire guy. It's just a funny thing I did. He actually just mounted some wheels for my wife's, and he did it completely free for me because we've been friends for a long time. So I just wanted to thank him, and I wanted to make that video because I want to start generating, hopefully, business clients for him in the future. There is some stuff happening that hopefully, after everything goes through, there will be a Tire Guy Part 2 video coming out, and you guys will learn that he's not just a regular tire guy. He does all types of work. He works on anything. He's really, really talented. And actually, the crazy part is that I actually got him into cars, which I just think is so cool. I've gotten so many of my friends like heavily into cars, and for better or for worse, I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm super proud of that video, by the way. The editing in it, I think, is awesome. The lighting in that shop is freaking sick. So there should be a lot more content coming out of that shop here pretty soon. And yeah, I mean, that was just like a random day. I just showed up and literally no planning, no nothing, just shot some random shots in the shop and kind of put that together that same night, actually. So when this, I think it was like Saturday night, yeah, and then dropped Sunday. So that was cool. I did do a revision on it that dropped, I think, earlier this morning or whatever. But I'm proud of that. All right. Moving on. What's next on the list? So, I really am digging this making my own music thing and making videos, making music specifically designed for, each video individually. I think that's the coolest thing that I've ever done. And for me, it actually seems to be less time consuming than trying to find soundtracks that will work with whatever I am trying to, display or showcase for you guys. So this is actually like a time saver and something unique that's really cool that I dig. So that's definitely going to persist, moving forward. let's see if I do have one song that I will be making a video for maybe tonight at some point, but I did want to play it. And to preface the song, okay, this is like the most. I never thought that I would ever be revealing this information to anyone. This is the stupidest mistake that I've ever done in my entire life. Well, it was just when it happened, man, I felt like the biggest idiot in the world. And basically, well, listen and see. Let me just pull it up real quick. It is crazy. I hope that this is the right version. Well, we'll listen to this one. It might not be the actual version, but this will work for now.
It was just another day. You come in the air. Hand smell like grease. Heart full of care. Man rolled in, wanted wheels done tight. I said, you got it, I'll have you good tonight. But I tried to level up, try something new. Grabbed my buddy's toy, ran shiny and blue. Clicks and beeps instead of feeling the threads. Forgot who I was, got lost in my head. Dropped the car down, thought the job was fun. Felt like a pro, clocked out on time. But fate don't wait, she loves to teach and won't wheel roll right out of my reach. This the most embarrassing shit of my life. Felt so much shame, man, it cut like a knife. Tried to play smart, but forgot my roots. Left those loves, those lost my truth. This the most embarrassing shit of my life. No excuses, no alibis. I own that pain, I wear that pride. Paid for the damage and swallow my pride. Phone starts ringing, voice full of rage. Bro, my wheel fell off on the highway stage. My stomach dropped like a snap clutch line. Ran outside, replaying the crime. Love nuts bouncing in slow motion spin. I'm watching karma's lesson sink right in. It ain't the kind of pain that fades with time. It's the kind that rewires how you grind. I met him face to face, didn't make a sound. She said that's on me, head looking down. And he looked at me, man, with eyes so real. Said only love takes more than skill. It's the most embarrassing shit of my life. Felt so much shame, man, it cut like a knife. Tried to play small, but forgot my roots. Left those loves loose, lost my truth. This the most embarrassing shit of my life. No excuses, no alibis. I own that pain, I wear that pride. Pay for the damage and swallow my pride. I made it right, didn't hide, didn't run. Cut up shop, said fix it, son. Pay the bill, didn't flinch, no debate. That's what it means to own your fate. Every dollar spent carved a deeper line between who I was and the man I defined. We all fall down, but what counts most is who you are when you face your ghost. Now talk on twice, hand in two, old school feet, yeah, that's my rule. Shame turned to wisdom, pain turned to drive. That's how the broken ones stay alive. Cause every star tells a story, every mistake builds glory. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to be a better man than the man I used to be. Yeah, I was that guy, wheel rolling by, face ready, go fried, but I'm on my side. Now I laugh when I think of that right, a dumb mistake that taught me pride. I'm still here, still rich, still alive, turning shame into soul every time I do.
All right, you guys. So that's like my biggest confession. not a lot of people know about this. Not even my wife, so she's probably gonna find out, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, like in the song, I tried to use a torque wrench because my buddy was like saying that, torque wrench is better or whatever, this and that. But man, I tell you what, I've torqued wheels by hand my entire life, and I've never had one fall off until I tried to use torque wrench, and of course, dropped the car down and forgot. So that sucked. But yeah, it is what it is. Lesson learned. This was like probably almost 5 years ago now, and it took 5 years for this to come out. So, it is what it is. Like I said, you live, you learn. But I am going to try to make a video for this. Figure if I put it out there, then I no longer have to be ashamed of it, right? It is what it is. Like I said, I'm not that ashamed no more, because lesson learned. So that's going to be dropping probably sometime this week. I don't really have a set schedule for when things are going to drop. I've recently kind of found inspiration in random things here and there, and it's kind of like you never know what I'm going to end up working on that night. So I don't want to say that I'm going to drop something and then end up doing something else, dropping that, and then going back. But I will be for sure at some point dropping a video for that. Next, I have recorded a little announcement for you guys. Anybody in the DSM Eclipse community is probably going to hopefully be excited about this announcement. Ever since I got rid of the Eclipse, it's no longer around. I just have a shit ton of parts, random stuff laying around. And, well, I figure sitting on it forever is not really worth it. It's just going to take up room, going to get lost, and then I'll eventually buy new shit anyways. DSM. So a lot of the stuff that I is either going to be thrown away for whatever reason, or probably given away. So I might make posts on Instagram probably of all the parts that I kind of have from just years of accumulation, and then probably just give it away. But I do have some, probably like 2 or 3 sets of brand new headlights for the 2GB Eclipse. I have 2 sets of if I remember correctly, very clean lenses on some 2GA headlights as well. And I'm thinking that if there is enough interest, if I can get some sort of positive, net positive for the channel, I will do a giveaway of retrofitted built headlights, as many as I can build with whatever parts I have. Like I said, maybe like 4 sets total between 2GA and 2GB, and then it might be like a reach 500 subscribers giveaway, and then next one's going to be a next milestone. But if I will end up doing that, I'm going to be dropping that announcement video sometime this week for sure. This week. And if there is enough interest in the headlights, I do have a set of taillights that I can regretfully mod and giveaway as well, but those are going to be the last thing that I would give away because, man, these are just a big pain in the ass. And actually, that reminds me, I do have 2 sets of taillights. One is actually already built. I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. I might try to sell it. I don't know. We'll see. I might just do the same thing as I'm going to do with the headlights. But like I said, it's got to have some sort of net positive for the channel. So, subscriber milestone or something like that to make sense. Obviously, I'm trying to grow the channel. So keep your eyes peeled on Instagram, and probably I'll drop a little video here on YouTube as well, just talking about the giveaway announcements. Next, the element content. I am leaning heavily into the Honda side of YouTube, even though there is a lot of competition, obviously, in the Honda thing. There's a lot of people that own Hondas. They're cheap to own, whatever. But I have found something that is very interesting, and I think that something that could project my channel specifically over, most of the other channels doing Honda content, and that is the Honda element. I personally feel that what's out there on YouTube right now in terms of the Honda element for the Honda element community, which actually is pretty substantial from what I see on like Facebook and whatever else, there's actually not too much like good content at all. And I'm not trying to, be rude to anybody who makes Honda element content. I just think that I could potentially edit, slightly better than what's out there now. I can make hopefully better thumbnails, and hopefully that'll lead to that'll be like my door into the Honda community in general. And honestly, Hondas are like my favorite brand of car. They're just reliable as hell. They keep going, and you really don't need to do much for a daily driver. And obviously, they have potential on the drag strip as well, and in all other fields. So, I figured I like Honda. Why not actually lean into that side? So we'll see how that goes. Next up, I've been thinking about doing, because I make some other songs about things that aren't not related to cars. So I was thinking about making a playlist on the YouTube channel titled "Not Cars" for like the 5 to 10% of content ideas that I have that are not related to cars, and that they are mostly related probably to like just humanity, just my thoughts on humanity, honestly. So I might make that. I have made a few songs that I would love to release somehow, some way. I don't even care if nobody at all clicks on them. I just would love to get them out there. I think that they could help a lot of people with a lot of the issues that are going on in today's world. It's crazy, and I don't know. Just trying to be helpful, I guess. Okay. The next point of conversation is going to be, I want to kind of level up the background here, the backdrop. So as you can see, oh, there it is. I started, instead of hanging hats, hanging little, there. Oh, Jesus, this is hard. Oh my gosh, that way. That one. hanging little cars, as you can see there, which I think is cool. You know, I got some cars down there, got some cars up there, whatever. So eventually, hopefully, all of those hats will be replaced with little cars. I got another one coming in the mail, actually. That's going to be the coolest one up there yet. But if you guys have any ideas, let me know what I can do to kind of make this space look cooler. I think it looks pretty sweet already. I have two more of those wheels down there that I was gonna make another little table out of for that side. This is so freaking weird down there. And speaking of this side down here, those are some brand new Eclipse headlights that I'm going to be giving away. Obviously, after I retrofit them. The next build video, I think, with the Honda Element is going to be, I actually just got a sound system, the parts for a sound system put together. I will be editing and releasing the short form content for the announcement for that video sometime this week. Hopefully, I'll get it finished up. And that is going to be, just a kind of like the same style DIY video, hopefully, as I did with the headlights. But now we're going to be installing a sound system into the Element. I recently had to take my door panel off because my window regulator broke. And after I removed that, I noticed that the speakers in that thing are just completely shot. And I've been wanting to upgrade the sound system for quite a while now. So hopefully that'll work. Actually, give me 1 second. I'll come right back. I want to show you guys this amp that I bought. Supposedly, it's a 4-channel, 400 RMS per channel amp. But we'll just take a look. I have never seen in my entire life an amp this small. I specifically wanted a small amp, but this might be a little smaller than what I had in mind. But I mean, I guess if it works, it works. But the reason that I wanted a smaller amp is because I don't want to like clutter up the back of the Element with random anything. Really, I want it to be completely open for welders, engines, toolboxes, bathtubs, anything. So that's why I went with this tiny little guy that I'm going to hopefully stick underneath like the front passenger seat. And then that way, it'll be out of the way, completely, hopefully unnoticeable. Like you won't be able to tell that there's anything in the car at all. And then eventually, I do want to upgrade the little amp or the little subwoofer that they put in those things right down in like the little center console area, which I'm thinking of just buying like a 6-inch subwoofer, and then a little tiny amp, another one of these probably for that, and just kind of run in that way. Maybe sticking another one underneath the seat next to this one, and then running, a separate aftermarket amp and subwoofer in the factory box, in the factory location again, so that you can't tell that anything was done to it at all. I think that would be cool. But that is going to be, the subwoofer thing is going to be after, hopefully sometime in the future. So I said that I was going to be leaning into Element content. I really want the day to come when my Honda Element can win a drag race against a supercar. I don't care what supercar it is. Obviously, not some ancient piece of shit, but like a legit supercar. I want to be able to smoke one. I know that the K series can do it. So it's K series all-wheel drive manual, which is in my book win. And I think that I'm going to start doing things in order to hopefully expedite that to happen. So what I'm going to do, well, here are a few of my ideas in terms of what I can do to hopefully, generate, I don't know, like attention around the element, and hopefully, then in turn be able to afford the parts that I need uh, to build this thing to like 600 horsepower. Let's set that as a target. Idea number one. This one's simple, easy, and I think that this is a pretty. I like the concept of it. I think that it has potential. I'm not. I'm just basing this on my knowledge, my own personal knowledge. So again, I'm not claiming that it's a good idea, but I think it is. I might start on video, just putting every single automotive sticker that I get ever onto the element until it gets ridiculous enough that people just can't not look. And then hopefully I'll be able to get the attention of like some parts providers. Hopefully I'll be able to get the attention of some, like, I don't know, shops, whatever, that would be able to help me out in that process. And I'm thinking that I will even open it up to um, anybody who wants to send me whatever car stickers that they have laying around. If it's a shop, they want to promote their brand, send it. If it's somebody that just has some random parts that they bought that came with some stickers that they don't want, put it in an envelope, send it here, and I'll stick it on the back of the element or on the element in general. Like I'm not going to take any stickers off of this thing until we beat a supercar in a race, in a drag race, at a drag strip. So I think that might have some potential as far as content goes. I don't know. So that's one of my ideas. The next idea, and this is, I maybe have talked about this already, but the next, not today, but in the last session, the next idea I have is I don't want, I actually hate the idea of doing this idea, but I think that it might have, again, potential in terms of content that people might want to watch. And that is, I'm just going to drive around and I'm going to rev at anything that looks fast. So WRX, whatever, anything, supercars, I'm just going to rev at them until they, and it's going to be the most embarrassing thing in the world. So obviously I'd have a shot of the inside of the car of me and then outside, whatever I'm revving at, until it will be the most embarrassing thing in the world until I'm confident that that I have more power than them in a toaster of a vehicle, the Honda Element. So that's kind of two of my ideas that I've been thinking about. I think I had a couple more written down, but I won't get into those because I really haven't thought through those very much at all. So yeah, let's see what else. I was thinking about, and if anybody watches this later on and they want to comment, uh, I was thinking about in these sessions, um, kind of like doing a little bit of artistic, maybe like right now, for example, I have the video that I made on the Element headlights. After watching it back like 58 million times, and I cannot stop just watching it back on repeat. I think that that video is freaking cool. But after watching it back, you know, 1,000 times, I have spotted a few little adjustments that I would love to have made before I released it. So I was thinking about maybe like every week or whatever, if I have something that I would like to change about a video, actually doing it live in one of these sessions, and I'm actually going to do that at the end of this session. It won't take very long. It's like a minor adjustment, but I think that it would make the video look a lot better. Just you'll see. So I think that that would be cool. Another thing is all of these decorations in the shop. That's all obviously, or in the little studio area here. That's all done by me. Like the hood was drawn by me. Um, I completely. It was a black hood originally. Everything here was built by me, and I think um, another cool thing would be if you see that. Oh, Jesus Christ, that valve cover right there. Let me show you guys. Okay, so that valve cover right there. That is actually the original valve cover that I kind of had on the DSM when I first put it together, and I think that it would be cool. Obviously, now it's a piece of art on the wall there, but I did want to put my logo on it and kind of draw that by hand. So I'm thinking about maybe in the next live session or whatever of actually pulling that down and then just sitting here and you know making the design in it that I want, drawing it out, whatever, completely finishing that up to look like how I want it to on that wall. Because right now I just have Objective Garage Live written in Sharpie on it, but I want to make it look cooler. And I want to put some better hardware for this little pink plate in it too. So that might be something that is coming in the next video. I don't think in the next live session. I don't think it's going to be today because, like I said, I want to do that video thing today because it just bothers me watching it back, and it just really irks me seeing that and going like, "Damn, I should have made that change." But it's hard, and I'm really proud of the work that I did with that so far. So I'm totally good with what I have. So I'm not gonna like re-release it or anything. So that's kind of the ideas. Let me know. Oh, shit. I guess if you have any suggestions or whatever, let me know in the comments. Let me know however you want to let me know. I don't really care. Instagram, comments, Facebook, whatever. So let's get into making that adjustment. Let me open that up real fast. The freaking Tire Guy video, man. That song is so freaking good, and that video is I'm so proud of it. Badass. And I actually already did make an adjustment for that. Element headlights. All right. Let me pop these hard drives back in here. Where are we at? Let me see. Where is? In 1 second. Sorry, this is giving me a little bit of a pain in the butt here. I moved some of the files, and now the DaVinci Resolve doesn't know where they are. Okay. All right. Let's see this. All right. So this is what I do all night, every night. This is the video here. And the main thing that I wanted to adjust is this ending piece, which, by the way, do this real fast. I wanted to do this too.
The flag was built not bought on it. Really? Just me, my tools, my vision. Clicking.
So here to make this, I need to make this switch here instead, right where that song kind of shifts.
Clicking lock and tight.
Yes, that's much better. This I should make change here.
Realize.
Okay.
Just my tools, my vision. Happening here. Clicking lock, shining tight. Hip-tight dreams in the beam of light. Piece by piece, the day and night come together in this final sight. In this final sight. Lock, shining tight. Hip-tight dreams in the beam of light. Piece by piece, the day and night come together in this final.
By the way, this freaking shot looks so freaking badass. Are you kidding me with the grass? I love this shot. It's sweet. Basically, what I'm doing is I just wanted to line this up with the audio, with the song a little better, because I thought it was good, and then I rewatched it 10 times, and I think I've cracked the code to lining stuff up with music. So let's roll.
Clicking lock, shining tight. Hip-tight dreams in the beam of light. Piece by piece, the day and night come together in this final sight. The glow. They're in this final piece, the day and night
I want to change that.
come together in this final sight.
I think I should make that here.
Together in sight. The glow grows slow, like breathing calm. The world reflects what I call home.
This I want to change. This is the main area that I wanted to adjust. So instead of switching right here, I think it'll be better if it is right where that little, I don't know what you want to call that little drum or whatever hits. I think that would be better. Let's watch this back now.
Like breathing calm, the world reflects what I call home. Bow by bow, the circle's done, the light turns on, the work becomes one.
And then this here, I wanted to adjust as well. So right now I it going basically from moving shot to a still shot, kind of like right there, which works, but I think personally that it would be much, much better if I take all of these videos and then if I change it to go there, and then if I just extend this here.
The work that comes one. The work that comes one.
And then I see my reflection in that headlight right there. So I think that I'm going to make this zoom in on that. I like that reflection in the I like seeing that. I think that's a cool shot of it, like going to my reflection. And I can even cut this here, give it a little bit of a refresher. Yeah. And then this, I probably get rid of this one altogether. Take that and bring it back here. And then this, we'll just do that, and then we'll take this a little bit closer. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll go like this. Let's see. I like that. So, for reference, I'm going to just play this last section, just this last song in the video, and I'm going to play it how I had it originally, and I'm going to play it how I have it now. So let me go ahead and open that up. All right, I'm going this one. All right. So we're just going to play literally just last couple minutes, starting from here. Oops, sorry. I forgot to what's going on with that? Where the hell is that at? Let's do that. All right. So this is how I had it. Originally, I said I'm proud of. I think it's good, but I'd say that this is the weakest part of the video, and I really hate that about that. So let's watch this.
We'll put them in at for like 10 minutes. Smash them together. Just press it together.
Crystal clear. Reflect what's built now, on it.
Relays.
So this one, I actually would have turned it down all the way, but I just forgot to do anything with this little section video that I put in here, because I originally had a different section, and this is much better. But that's why you hear me say relays. Afterwards, I was kind of like, I kind of like that, so I left it in. But what I did just is I actually um, made it the audio kind of taper on and taper off instead of there kind of jolt of silent video and then boom, automatically goes the background noise. You hear it if you pay attention.
Just me, my tools, my vision. Clicking lock, lining tight. Hip tie dreams in the beam of light. Piece by piece, the day and night come together.
By the way, killer freaking song in general, but I don't know why it gives me such like end of video vibes. It is perfect, in my opinion, for the end of this video.
In this final sight, the glow grows slow, like breathing.
Killer shot. I mean, come on. This is like an epic shot. I think it's badass.
The world reflects what
I didn't like that. I wish I would have, instead of moving right away, like the camera zooming right away on this shot, I wish that I would have waited until it starts to film and it would have just been still before then, because I think it's a little bit too much with it zooming out on that last shot that we had and then instantly going to zooming in on this. I think the picture is too similar. The camera's in the same spot, the car's in the same spot, so I think they kind of clashed. But I changed that for the final cut, which I will play in a minute here.
call home, bow by bow. The circle's done, the light turns on. The work
I hate that it changes there. I don't know why. After just watching it 1,000 times, it's not a good edit place to have changed it to the still shot.
becomes one.
Okay. So as you can tell, I like I said, I think that's a killer video still, but let's watch the latest version of that video, which I think that was just that little end piece, which is so much better. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it not working? It's going?
Yeah.
Oh, are you serious? It won't play? It doesn't play? What the hell? Come on, man. All right, well, hold on. Let me just render real fast then. I would just go like this and go like that and just render that last portion real fast. That's annoying that it doesn't play. Give me just 1 second. Let's do this. All right. And then how do I think that it will only render this? Render. Hopefully that just renders that end piece of the video. Yes, it does. Okay, so that should be done pretty quickly here. But I think that this is going to be a much better ending to the video than what I had before. And it's almost been an hour. Wow, that's crazy. And I don't feel too bad. The first time I did this, the 4 hours was just draining. It was terrible. But, you know, you live your own, you do something different, and then you figure out what works best for you. And I think that this is working a lot better than it has in the past ever, really. Video's 50% rendered, by the way. But yeah, just gonna be. I'm thinking about also in future live sessions. Like I said, kind of doing a little bit of decorating. Maybe one camera, why not? Kill two birds with one stone type of deal. And maybe like just general cleaning and just trying to make this a little recording studio as I possibly can. All right, let's check this out. It's finished up. Just got to find where it rendered to, of course, because probably in here. No. Where is it? All right, let me see. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, so it's in there. I see. All right. So this is going to be the revised, better in my opinion, section of video. Let's roll.
Yeah. Wipe the dust off, clear the view. One last time before it's new.
All right, you guys. So that is it. That is how you build some pretty cool headlights, I think, for a Honda Element. These are not yet baked together. I have to go throw them in the oven. Same thing as taking it apart, 200 degrees. We'll put them in at for like 10 minutes. Smash them together. Just press it together.
All right. This part slaps now.
Reflect what's built now, on it.
Relays
Just need my tools, my vision.
happen in here.
Click and lock, lining tight. Lip-tied dreams in the beam of light. Piece by piece, the day and night come together in this final sight. The glow grows slow, like breathing chrome. The world reflects what I call home. Bow by bow, the circle's done. The light turns on, the work becomes one.
Do you see how much better that ending was than the original? And if you don't, then maybe I'm just like getting way too nitty gritty with it. But I think that like these subtle little adjustments is the difference between content that really takes off and content that doesn't. So I'm really trying to pay super close attention to like every little minute detail because I think that that's the most important details is the ones that nobody pays attention to because nobody thinks they're big enough. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I kind of do these live sessions more for me than for anything because nobody is watching, but that's okay. There's somebody watching, probably my wife. Yeah, I think this kind of keeps me on track as well, which I really think is valuable because I am easily put off track. Thank you guys for watching. I'll join you, or you can join me next Monday as well, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be here and I'll be talking about everything that happens from now until next Monday. Thank you. And just for the sake of thoroughness, I guess. Let's play the outro.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching Objective Garage.